sermon is, in large part, written by my friend Susan Bach. I borrowed a lot of what she wrote because I just thought it was perfect for this occasion. There is someone here tonight who is missing someone else so badly that it takes their breath away. There's someone here tonight who is so full of sorrow, they're wondering how they will ever be able to live through that sadness. There's someone here tonight who is overspent. Their credit cards are maxed out, their energy depleted, patience long gone, love dried up, faith shriveled. There's someone here tonight in desperate longing, longing for love, or peace, or freedom, or forgiveness, or healing, or purpose, for sleep. There's someone here tonight oppressed by shame, trying to ignore those voices. You're no good. You're hopeless. There's someone tonight who's angry at the president, the church, their boss, their partner, their kids, maybe themselves. There's someone here tonight who is up way past their bedtime. I don't even see children here. There's someone here tonight who doesn't get it and only came to please someone else and who's not quite sure about this virgin birth or if Jesus was God's son or even if there is a God, or what good is he if he can't save the world? If I've named you, please listen carefully because this story is for you. And yes, there is someone here tonight who's full of peace and joy, confident and serene and sure of yourself and sure of God and sure of life. And if that's you, I hope you'll pray for the rest of us. But also listen up because this story is also for you. Once upon a time, God looked down and said, I can't take it anymore. I gave them a lovely world, and they spoiled it. I led them from slavery, but they let themselves be enslaved by things that don't even matter. I gave them a law that would lead them to life, but they missed the whole point. I spoke to them through prophets, but they wouldn't listen. And God said, I can't give them another thing. Can't send them another thing. I need to be with them, among them, near them, beside them. I need to be with them. So God came down. Because there's nothing God won't do, no chasm God won't cross to make God's love real for the people that God adores. Now, God could have come as a mighty general, arriving in imperial Rome on a chariot with an army and trumpets and drums. Or, if he had to come as a child, God could have been born to a royal couple, or at least a couple of movie stars, beautiful and famous and glamorous. No. God chose to be born in a dank, cold barn, in a tiny hick town in the occupied nation of a much distressed people, much like Bethlehem is occupied tonight. To the teenage daughter of peasant nobodies, a mere flicker of light in a dark stable in a dark world at a dark time. And God came this way in danger and obscurity, utterly vulnerable, without power or beauty or stature or even words, so that God could lay himself down in our hearts. God came humbly, so that God could lay himself down in every sad, scared human heart. If God had come in power, we'd have resisted, fought, or hid from God. If God had come in great beauty, wealth, and fame, we'd have thought that God was only for the famous and the beautiful and the rich, and not for us. So instead, God came in all the stark, struggling, naked, hungry neediness of any ordinary human life, so that God could lay himself down before us and that we could take God in and gently cradle God forever in our hearts. That's all God wants, really, to come home to our hearts. Leave me. God is here with you tonight. A love flickering into whatever dark corner you languish, wonder, or weep, waiting for you to be taken home to your heart. Isaiah said, "The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who lived in a land of deep darkness, on them light has shined." And as I thought about that walking in darkness, I remembered one summer, many, many years ago, I worked at Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico. And I had an opportunity to go with a small group way deep into the cave. Not any part of the normal tourist part, but way deep. We had to go through small, narrow openings. And when we finally got to this place, we all turned off our lights. We were wearing, lights on our heads. And it was a darkness I had never experienced. I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. There was nothing but darkness. Deeply dark. And someone lit a candle. And what a difference. One little candle. It wasn't bright light, but it was so much brighter. We were able to see. In that deep darkness, just a little bit of light made an incredibly huge difference. So I want you to know this tonight. Jesus is that light for your darkness. Jesus will sit with you there in the dark for as long as it takes. And when you're ready, he'll lead you by a light that's just bright enough for you to see the love in his face. Just bright enough for you to recognize your own goodness. Just bright enough to help you find the others who need him. And if you slip back into the dark, he'll come back for you again, wait with you, and lead you through it again and again. So the meaning of Christmas is this. God climbs into the darkness beside us to be with us in every moment, holding the lantern of his love to lead us again to light. So this night, open your eyes and your heart. Open them again, open them wider to the light of that love.